What's up everybody, back with another Honkai Star Rail video, and in this video we are going to talk about the supposed worst class in said game, Honkai Star Rail. Now before you guys jump me, I'm not saying that all these characters are crap and unusable. I know that people will defend certain characters to death, and I do understand that, but hear me out. Wait. I know, I stopped the video. I'm so sorry. But before we get back into whatever lovely content I have posted, let's talk about the subscribers. So apparently a lot of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, and I'm just saying 2% is kind of low. Those are some pretty bad odds. If I was a gambling man, I would not be gambling with those odds. So let's get those odds up, will you? Help your boy out. Let's get that subscribe percent a bit higher than it is, And anyway, if you already have hit that button before this, pat yourself on the back. Anyway, back to the video. Thanks for watching. And no, this is not me saying Xayleigh is bad. She is very good, but the hunt is kind of not looking to be a very good class going forward. And that is because of Memory of Chaos. Now I'm going to open up this real quick to kind of get my gist out of the way. So, right here, this is all we need to see. Group 1. Right? You have the boss, which is the Frigid Prowler in the middle. Then you have some side enemies. When you are the hunt character, you are a single target DPS, right? Now, you have to make the decision to either target the boss or the additional enemies. This will make your DPS go down, as most other DPSs, when they hit the boss, are also going to be hitting the additional enemies, meaning they can focus their attacks on them. Whether it be an AoE attack that just clears out all the small enemies, whether it be a blast attack for someone like Donhang or Kafka, whatever it may be, right? It is killing the enemies without targeting them, so you can just focus on the boss and not worry about anything else. If you, let's say, nuke down the boss of the hunt character, right? They can definitely be doing more damage than someone with a blast. You then have to deal with the side enemies, and the side enemies will begin attacking you over and over. And sometimes, if they're like the Everwinter Shade Walker, they can lower your speed. They can hit you with certain debuffs. Very annoying stuff. So it's really nice to have an AoE character to deal with that. And that's where the hunt is not excelling at already, which is not good. Comboed with the fact that, well, one, they haven't gotten a single character. Topaz and Numbi is going to be coming out in, I think, 2 banners, Fushuan, Jinglu, and then Topaz and Numbi are dropping. So hopefully that helps them out a little bit. But as of right now, Xayleigh is really the only exception to being able to excel in the harder content, as pretty much every single hard content is going to have either multiple bosses, multiple enemies, bosses that spawn enemies, and just an annoyance to deal with if you can only single target. Now, classes like the Abundance, Harmony, and Preservation will probably never... Oh, there we go, Preservation. will probably never go out of style. So they really can't be viewed as the worst class. They'll probably always be one of the better ones. So that leads the debate to be to the DPS classes, which are going to be Nihility, Somewhat, Hunt, Erudition, and Destruction. I clicked on the wrong ones, but you get the gist, right? Nihility, really good debuffing characters right here. Welt can do some damage. Sampo also can do an okay amount of damage and helps Kafka. Also, side note, Welt has an AoE ult and a bounce skill. Sampo has a bounce skill and an AoE ult. Kafka has a blast and an AoE ult. They're already AoEing, so even if they aren't full DPSs, you're still getting damage off on said other enemies, which you can easily kill them with Welt's ult if you built him somewhat of a DPS, which is really nice. Then you have Erudition, right? They may not be doing the best, but the fact that she is even debated to be better than Xayleigh is kind of wild. I haven't watched any clips. I've seen a couple clips of her doing some pretty gnarly damage, but I haven't really looked into it too much because I'm not a huge fan of this character, so it doesn't really interest me. But when your class's best character is being overshadowed by a 4-star, you're gonna need some real big help, right? I know people's opinions on these two characters, but they have AoEs. Himiko, AoE follow-up, right? Jingyun, AoE follow-up with Lightning Lord. like they still do their job of hitting every enemy. And then destruction, we don't even gotta talk about this. Don Hang, and then Jinglu's coming out, who's apparently Don Hang level. I know I wouldn't talk about Topaz and Nambi, but like they're fine, right? Counter gods over here. Blade has AoE counters. They're I think Clara has an AoE, if I'm not mistaken, with her skill. I haven't used her in like forever because I don't actually own her, but they have ways of hitting multiple enemies. And then we don't talk about the rest of the group. They're kind of, unfortunately, not great. But yeah, Yanjing also taking Prydwen's tier list with like a grain of salt. Obviously, you're seeing BCCs here, like, holy crap, Yanjing sucks. I like Yanjing and all, but the fact that, you know, I don't want to get hit by the smaller enemies is going to make me want to focus my attention on killing them really quickly, because if he gets hit, you lose your talent, and you don't want to lose your talent, right? So it's like, he's really wonky to play, even with a shield up, if the enemies just keep bombarding him, which they like to do a lot, you know, not great. And then Su Shang and Dan Hang just, like, they don't hit hard enough to warrant only hitting one enemy. Unfortunately, I'm not saying they can't do crazy ass damage, but you know, you're better off just going with a character who can AoE. So that leaves poor Zele being the only person to kind of carry the good name of the hunt with her resurgence. But it's looking like it, like, only thing that is keeping her, like, being super relevant. She does crazy good damage, right? But if an enemy starts somehow living her skills to where she can't get her resurgence off, she is going to plummet. Not saying that's anytime soon, right? But I don't know if they're going to make another character like her, meaning if we get more hunt characters that don't have a way of doing AoEs, you know, the cons of running the hunt is not going to be as great. It's like, okay, why would I run, like, I'm going to use Topaz and Nami as an example, even though I'm pretty sure they have like a follow-up mechanic. Obviously, I'm not going to go into too much because it is leaks, and they do change it. I know I did cover, you know, some stuff, but that's for other reasons. Anyway, let's say Topaz and Nambi is single target, and the follow-up is single target, right? They're still in the same position of, it's like, okay, why would I want to use Topaz and Nambi when I can just bring someone like Kafka, or, you know, insert new Iridation character, and then in that same hit, or no, kill all the side enemies and do a good chunk, maybe a little bit less than like whatever hunt character you're using, but still a decent amount of damage. And then if the boss summons more enemies, like if you're fighting, like, let's say like the deer, if you're fighting the like ice, like the big old ice guy who summons like whatever the two enemies are called, and he eats them, like, okay, deal with that. The one that summons like the time bombed machine enemies, you deal them all with it in one, maybe two hits, and you're good to go, compared to the hunt character having to do 1 to 2 hits just to clear them out because they're targeting one at a time. You know what I mean, right? Anyway, that'll pretty much be it for the video. I want to show one last thing, but of course, leave your you know, concerns. Do you think I'm totally wrong? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Do you think I'm right on the money? Do you think that the hunt still is better than something like the Iridation? Do you think, you know, same thing as me, you know, concerned about, is the hunt not going to be as good as other classes going forward? Whatever it may be, let me know in the comments. And let's pop up this real quick. This is Prydwen's I think, what was it, Memory of Chaos? Yeah, Memory of Chaos. I've had this page up for a minute. Usage list. And now I'm going to go down to the 1.3.2. Yeah, this is the same one. Character usage, right? Now, it is cut off at the end here. It's what? Female Trailblazer, Pila, and then Luca, and Su Shang over here. Doesn't really matter, right? Zele is really high because she has Resurgence, right? She has a little gimmick that kind of makes her an AoE character in a sense, right? And plus, she was the first band in the game. A lot of people have her, so that's why she's really, really high, right? The next hunt character is Yanqing at 7%. That means out of the, I think they had, what, like a little bit shy of 11,000 players in like the data pool. That means less than 7% of them are using Yanqing, who is the second highest the hunt character. You have Abundance, Nihility, or sorry, harmony. I don't know why I said abundance. Harmony, right? Nihility, abundance, harmony, abundance, abundance, destruction, nihility, destruction, preservation, preservation, the preservation with fire MC, nihility, Pila, right? Then you have Jingyan, irritation, harmony, Asta, destruction, claw. Like, you get what I mean? Like, every class is represented pretty well, but the hunt, it's just one character carrying them. If Zayli were to go down a little bit, it would be pretty drastic. Like, the rest of the hunt characters are what? Su Shang at less than 3%, Don Hang at less than 2%, and then, yeah. Yikes. Not looking too great, not gonna lie. They gotta step it up. I really hope that Topaz and Numby is still really good. We'll have to see if the follow-up attack thing, even if it is an AoE, is enough to kind of push her past the stinker point, I guess you'd call it. But anyway, that would be it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Honkai Star Rail content. And of course, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Also, there'll be a link to the Prydwen site in the description if you would like to look at it.